Hey y'all, Sid from Academic Success here, and I will be talking to you and myself about pushing past procrastination. So, first things first, we gotta admit we have a problem because recognizing the problem is the first step in fixing it. And yes, it's true that we might work better under pressure because some of the most yummy meals are cooked in a pressure cooker, but that's not good for our mental health, and we can learn to work better and more efficiently with less stress on our shoulders. So, step one is self examination. Procrastination is a habit most college students have, so you're definitely not alone. Hey, most staff and faculty have it too. I'm the first one to admit that. But when we procrastinate, we can always, we all do it in different ways, right? We're all different people. So we all have different reasons for why we procrastinate. Maybe there's an assignment or a deadline that's really intimidating. Maybe it's a subject that we dread. Maybe there's something we'd rather be doing, or we just don't have enough time in the day. So we got to figure out what's getting in our way. And sometimes that's us. Sometimes we get in our own ways. When it's time to get down to task, we have to figure out, are we being distracted? Are we choosing to put other things first? Are we just choosing to do fun things instead? Are there sources of stress pushing and pulling us that we can't control? How do we work around that? So, all things you got to think about and examine. Next, you transform your thinking. You may remember this from a previous slide in growth mindset. It's very similar, same stuff, guys. It applies in a number of different ways in your life. By changing the way you think of what looms over you with school, you can make a huge difference in how you do it and how well you do it, because it's not all or nothing. When we procrastinate, we're more likely to think, okay, well, if I can just sit down and I get it all done, it'll be off my plate. And hey, I can do that the closer it gets. And yeah, you probably can, but it's going to stress you out and loom over you the whole time. And you may need more time, to let those ideas cook. And you don't want them super rare, right? You want them well done. So you want to approach an assignment or project with your best foot forward, and the best way to do that is to take steps along the way. And then keep your morale up with positive self-talk. Don't talk yourself down. Don't beat yourself up for procrastinating. I know I've done that my whole life, and it's really not ever made a difference. I still procrastinated. So when I don't let anxious thoughts snowball and I think, okay, you know what? I'll just start today and it'll be good, and I'll chip away at it day after day. And hey, it works. Who would have thought? And then develop an action plan. Before you plunge headfirst into the deep end, like when we have to do an entire project in one night, we want to instead make a routine and a plan that helps us prioritize our tasks and responsibilities for that project. So creating an action plan will put you on the right path and keep you on that path the longer you're on it. So are you avoiding a project because you don't know where to jump in? Hey, your action plan clears that right up. Taking a few moments to think about how you're going to do something before you try to do it infinitely saves time later, right? An ounce of prevention worth a pound of cure. And then if you're having trouble starting a big assignment, factor getting help into your action plan. If you're avoiding it because it's hard, just get help, whether that's from a professor or going to tutoring, SI, a peer, or just researching it more on the computer. Maybe you're thinking, hey, that's just going to waste more time. I just need to do it. But then you're just going to have more time wasted stressing out about how to do it, right? Getting help is the key to success. And then utilize working in increments, right? I keep talking about chipping away at things and taking steps toward big goals. Well, hey, that's how you don't get overwhelmed. Do time on or time off studying, which focuses on shorter shifts of working and little mini breaks. Some people prefer to power through the hour and to completely isolate themselves from distraction for one longer chunk of time and then take a little bit longer break that's guilt-free. Different people work in different ways. Our brain naturally goes through peaks and valleys of focus, and everybody is a little bit different.